But I got my guy Kyle Guy in the waiting room. We got Adam. Kyle, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, man?
What's up, dude? I can't hear. Oh, it's because my volume is down. What's up, man?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah, perfect. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in Charlotte. I'm usually an early bird, but this morning I think I could use a cup of Joe, so this is nice.
Nice. I love it. Well, this is perfect. Why are you, I thought you said you were in DC. You guys, you flew out to
Oh
Charlotte
my
after
God. No, you're right. I am in DC.
that?
That's the epitome of me right now.
Bubble life's getting to you, or not bubble life, but the quarantine life in the NBA is getting to you, huh?
Right. Yeah, I haven't left the hotel room at all. So
Right. Yeah. I mean, so what has this been like now that you're not out in the bubble, but you're living kind of a normal NBA life in terms of you're going to different arenas in different towns, but you still can't really do anything, right?
yeah, it's weird. Like, especially I got family in DC. We're gonna go to Cleveland next. That's not far from Indy. So like they're having some fans, and usually like I have a lot of supporters within my family, and for them not to be able to come is so weird. I mean, they could come to the game, but they can't see me before or after, so it's not really, not that it's not worth it, but it's just not the same. So it's been weird. You can't go out and eat anywhere unless it's like NBA approved already. So. Um, for the most part, I just order room service and stay in a room, watch a good movie, or try to get some work done. So,
That's not too bad. Room service isn't too bad. So like the NBA, you said they already have things that are pre-approved. How does that work? They just give you like a list of places that are like, oh, you go into this town and these spots are good, or how does that approval system work?
yeah, pretty much. They send you get a little advanced travel list from your security team that's with each organization, and they'll pretty much lay it out. Or sometimes it'll just be at the hotel, a little sheet of paper. These are the ones that are approved. You still can't like go and sit down inside or anything like that. But
Um,
sometimes the team will like rent out the restaurant or like order stuff in for you, which is always nice. So at least you get out of the room for that.
you said that you'll be in your room and you kind of put in work. What work are you putting in? Like, you working on a side project? Are you doing some sit ups? Like, what's going on?
Right. Yeah. No, I not the sit up so much. But more so like I mean I got my foundation, so I'm doing stuff with that. I the work I was doing last night was bracket, so trying to get ready for that, and then just it's super stressful being a Bengals fan, as you know. So I mean, I was trying to pay attention to free agency a little bit. So
You got my guy Mike Hilton. I'm shitty. I'm really
yeah, I
bummed.
saw your tweet.
Yeah.
I saw your tweet. We're super excited about that. Obviously, we lost William Jackson, so we needed somebody to replace. But who better than someone that can tip us off next year for when we play Pittsburgh?
So let's get into, everybody always asks the origins of my fandom, and I know we've talked about it a little bit privately, but you're obviously an Indy kid, and you grew up a Bengals fan, not a Colts fan. So we're similar that way, where we weren't Colts fans. Why Cincinnati?
Right? Yeah. My dad's from Cincinnati. Um, Went to school there. We got a lot of family there. So when I was born, it was pretty much no choice. He told me, or him and my stepmom, they told me a story because my wife recently got pregnant. We're having a boy, so um, yeah, thank you. She was she was telling me a story. She said like 2 weeks before their baby shower, my dad pulls her aside, and they're both from Indiana, and he pulls her aside. He's like, "Look, Amy, we need to have a really serious conversation." And she's like nervous, right? She's 6 months pregnant, all this stuff. And he goes, "Look, at this baby shower, I don't want to see any Colts onesies. I don't want to see any fucking Colts pacifier. I don't see any of that. He's a Bengals fan until he's 18, then he can decide." So I think I might take after him and choose that route. So
All right. Yeah. I mean, it's perfect timing too. So first of all, congratulations. That's very, very exciting
thank you.
for you guys. When is your wife due?
September 17th. So we got a little time.
So right. Okay. So right. I mean, that's like week 2. You know, it's prime football time.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So, and it's good because the Bengals are you guys are getting new uniforms. You know, so it's like this new era is coming in with your kid, so you can start them right off the bat with kind of the new Bengals stuff. You know.
right. I God, I hope so, man. It's so frustrating being a Bengals fan, man. It's a lot of. I tell people it's the saddest job in the world, man, because you just get let down a lot. But I also will say, like, I still every year. I mean, my dad's worse than I am, but every year I'm like, man, we could really do something this year. And we don't always meet those expectations. But yes, my dad, we're Super Bowl champs every year. So
I love it. That's what makes being a fan so fun. You know what I mean? What So it's a boy. We know it's a boy. We have any thoughts on names yet? We going Kyle Jr. What do we think?
yeah, it's in the mix. It's not number one on the list, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But um, the only advice that my parents gave us, because they don't want to, be like everybody else and say, "Oh, here's all this advice." They're like, "Don't tell people names, just because if someone doesn't like it, they could change your thoughts on it." So we're keeping the name private right now. Carl Jr. is in the mix, but I don't think it has a real shot. But we'll see.
I know you're a Star Wars fan. Maybe a Kylo. You know, go with the
Ooh,
sequels.
man.
Kyle, but
I
Kylo.
I like where your head's at, but I don't want to name him after a villain. I guess
Yeah,
he turns hero. But still.
he did get redeemed, but he also did have probably a couple 100,000 deaths on his hand. Probably not
Right.
the best.
Yeah. I'll steer
Here you
clear
go,
of that one.
son. This is what you're named after.
Right. Right.
What? So the tournament's in Indy. Obviously, everything's right here in our backyard. Because I get this question a lot, and I wrote a blog about kind of things to do in Indy and whatnot. But somebody says to you, Kyle, you're from Indianapolis. Why is Indianapolis the best place to host the NCAA tournament? What's your response?
Right. I'm really upset that I can't be there. Obviously, we're in season and stuff, but like to take advantage of that would be so cool. Or for it to have been in Indy when I was in the Final Four, that would have been even awesomer. But one, there's a great and it's underrated bar scene. You know, Downtown. I don't go out a whole lot, but like I've dabbled, go out with friends, family, whatever. Like I think there's a cool scene down there. Downtown in general, the whole circle is pretty neat. If it was a little warmer, I'd have my boys just $10 a boat ride on Geist. It would be so easy. $5 for parking too. It'd be so easy. There's that, and then there's just all the history basketball wise. I mean, I was telling somebody the other day they could really have these games, most of them, in high school gyms down there, like freaking Southport, Seymour, Newcastle. Like all these gyms are massive. Um, so there's all this history there. Obviously, Knightstown would be cool. I would do that if I was a tourist for sure. See where the Hoosiers played and whatnot. So there's a lot of stuff to do, a lot of history there. I think it's cool that Indianapolis and Indiana are able to put this together. Just once again, cementing that we're the best basketball state in the world.
Well said. Yeah, and for those who don't know, Knightstown, that's where the Hoosiers, like the movie Hoosiers, that's where that is, and
Right.
Based out of. So, yeah, man, it's exciting. There's all this stuff going up. You know how it is when they got the banners and they got the bracket up on the Marriott and everything like that.
Right.
So it's good. The other day I was watching. I was sitting here doing work, and it was between some of the games in the ACC tournament, and then the unbelievable documentary comes on. About
Right.
you, with you and Tony Bennett and Ty Jerome and everything. Do you guys ever, or do still ever, people bring up the 16 over the 1, or because you guys won it the next year, is everybody like they can't say shit?
No, we definitely hear about it a lot. It's like it doesn't bother me or anything. Like I like talking about it. It's fine. I tell a lot of people like, I mean, it's probably one of the better things that ever happened in my career because it, sparked this fire and we won the next year. So like, I'm a big person. Like, everything happens for a reason. So I'm not now. I mean, obviously, what happened, I was not this jolly about it and open to talk about it, but a lot of jokes. I mean, shit, even the people, even the like my teammates, like De'Aaron Fox, he was like, I posted something about these sweatshirts that my mom and I started. It's actually it's called Closet 317, so it's not just UVA stuff. It's a like Indiana brand. But we started these sweatshirts, and it has the score from when we lost, which 54-74, and then the score when we won, 85-77. And he commented on it, and he was like, it doesn't make up for it, right? Like, basically saying, like, that does not make up for losing to the 16. I was like, no, I know. I gave him some hard time about Luke May and the Tar Heels. So it's all fun and games, man. I mean, obviously it's much easier to talk about knowing that we were able to win the next year. I probably would have came back if we didn't win, just because I wanted to exhaust every option to make sure we accomplished that goal. But the fact that we did it the next year, it's gonna make a great book and a great movie one day. I'll tell you that.
No, I mean it's already a documentary. I mean, that happened
Yeah,
year
it's
after
true.
you got the documentary. I mean, you made history. Do you think? I kind of envision that famous shot of you jumping up after you guys won. Do you think that should be a statue at UVA?
Yeah, that's a good point. I might have to call the AD. I might have to call Carla or Tony here soon about
Because
that. I think
you guys were the first team to win, right? You're the first national champion in hoops for Virginia, right?
yeah, at UVA, yeah, second Final Four team and first hoops team to win. Yeah,
There you go. I mean, you really all. I feel
yeah,
like you
that's a
gotta
good
say
case. It's a good case.
that. Hey, do you think IU will ever be good again in basketball?
Say that one more time.
Do you think IU will ever be good in basketball again?
I hope so. Growing up, I wanted to go to IU, which most people know. Like, I definitely was a candy stripe guy, which I'm sure you're glad to hear as a Boilermaker yourself.
Why
Um,
didn't you? Why didn't you?
oh man, I just, first off, I mean, if you ever listen to a like 10 seconds of Tony Bennett talking, you're like, dude, this dude seems like the nicest person in the world, and that's because he is. So like that was hard to turn down. Me and Kareem didn't mesh super well. And I wanted to make sure I wasn't doing it just because like it was Indiana. Like I wanted to feel super comfortable. Like this was gonna be my dad for 4 years, and I just felt so freaking, you know, comfortable with Tony Bennett, and I felt really confident in the guys that we were bringing in, which was who you already mentioned, Ty Jerome, DeAndre Hunter, Jay Huff, who's still there. So we had a beast of a class, and then just they showed the most love, and that's kind of what the turning point was.
Right. So then get back to IU. Like you were an IU guy growing up, but I mean, are they going to get back
Oh
to it?
yeah,
Like,
sorry.
turmoil, man. Are they going to get back to the top?
Yeah, I went off on a tangent. My bad. I think they will. I think this hire is super important to whether or not it happens in the next decade or not, because they're on the fringe right now. They got some good talent. I'm sure one or two people will transfer or whatever, but like they got some good talent. Honestly, from Indiana with Armand Franklin, Fennessy, and all them. So, and if Jackson Davis stays, I would assume he doesn't, but we'll see. Um, this is a really important hire. I did see that they haven't even reached out to Chris Beard or Scott Drew yet, which is, you know,
Those are
disappointing
like
to
the
say the
two
least.
guys. Those are like the ones everybody's talking about.
So,
No,
yeah,
like
and
those are the two names everybody's talking about. So that's surprising to me.
yeah, super surprising. I mean, maybe it's changed in the last. I saw that. I think I saw that tweet yesterday, but I think they will be good again. To answer your question, I'm beating around the bush. I think they will be good again, but this hire is so important on whether or not they're good in the next 3 to 4 years, or whether we got to go through another coaching cycle, maybe even two.
All right. What tell us about your foundation here real quick. You got your foundation, you got your and then you got the Closet 317, which I followed. Give everybody a shout out. Go for that.
Yeah. So I'll start with foundation. Foundation is super simple, man. It's just Kyle Guy Foundation. It basically is a middleman. People get so overwhelmed with all these different types of foundations, not knowing whether or not all of the money goes towards the cause. So basically, what I opened was a donor fund. It's not even really a foundation. It's just a name to sound cool, right? And official. But like it makes it so all of the money has to go to a 501c3. So like if you said, hey Kyle, I want to donate to, and then you blank any cause, whatever it is, then we take the money and we partner with another foundation or organization, nonprofit, to make it happen. We have a golf outing, which we'll be having this year, which now that we are friends, you'll get the nice little invite. So
we're friends.
and then
cool.
the closet, yeah, for sure. And then the Closet 317. COVID's a motherfucker, and my mom got laid off, and we were talking, and she was like, I love my job, but I just feel like I want to do something else. I was like, well, what do you want to do? And she was like, well, I was having someone else make my clothes at the time, like the sweatshirts, my logo, and she's like, what if I just do that? And I was like, yeah, do you think it's sustainable and whatnot? She's like, oh, we'll make it sustainable. I was like, oh, okay. If that's how you're coming at me, then, we got to make it happen. So she was, the catapult, and I just was like, yeah, let's do it. She runs the show. I really don't do anything. I run the Instagram. That's pretty much it. So yeah, Closet 317, a lot of good stuff. So thanks for asking about that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, of course. I love the logo. I love the stuff on there. So I'm going to go on there after the show and find something and order it up and everything like that. But congrats on all of that success with the foundation and what you're doing with Closet 317, man. I'm pulling for you always, with the Kings and your career and everything. So we're super happy for you. We're proud of you. And, hopefully we'll link up here soon, man. Thanks for waking up with me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for having me. Yeah, we'll definitely link up this summer when I get home, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man.